What's up, YouTube? And welcome to Lords of the Long Box presents the CovrPrice Top 10 for the week ending 9/11/2022. Fresh off WonderCon. What's the over/under on WonderCon books? What do you guys want to put that number at?
Wait, WonderCon? Are you just because
I mean, no, D23, my bad.
Let's start this over. We'll be back in about 20 seconds.
What's the over/under you place on D23 books?
How many do we have? We do a top 11?
Yeah.
7.
Let's go like 8.5.
Let's do it at 7.5. Let me
7.5.
That. Yeah,
Let's do
7.5.
10.5. Maybe.
So let me
I wish we had the 20. We should do the top 20.
Oh, no.
And runner up to see how many D23 books there were.
Over under on D23 books is 7.5, and you'll have 2 minutes to place your bets, boys and girls, as I pin this comment here.
If you bet 5, you get 100 in free bets.
Yeah. And as you guys are congregating and putting in your over under bets on 7.5 for D23 related comic books, let's say the word. I haven't said the word in a while. Get you.
Always gets me ready.
There. Dark Side Jedi, say it was good to the people.
Hey, hey, hey. It's Tuesday, and it's the best top 11 on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, and Twitch.
On all
the
realms altogether. We're actually live streaming on Facebook and Twitch right now.
Up?
Justin, say what's good to the people.
Hey, what's going on? Right hot off of San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, Baltimore Comic-Con. We're here for some top 10 books.
Yeah, so the over-under on books related to D23 sort announcements are 7.5. The over-under on people disappointed that overhyped D23 is 100%, because nobody ever said they were going to release this news, and everybody just built it up to more than it should have been. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed it for what it was. Hell, we got Star Wars, we got Marvel stuff. Hell, I even watched Pinocchio.
I heard that was pretty good.
It's really good. It's really
Really?
good.
All
Yeah,
right.
I gotta watch it.
not as traumatizing as the cartoon, but it's
Treasure
still
Island
good
or
though.
whatever. What was that
Uh,
place called?
all Disney cartoons are traumatizing. It's
Not
good.
Treasure
Lion
Island, I forget
King,
it, whatever.
Dumbo, when they took away his mom. I forget about it. I don't even go there. But the show is sponsored by our
Clown.
friends over at
Bambi.
CovrPrice.com for you. Price guides, collections, and trends. Head over to CovrPrice.com. Sign up for a free 2-week free trial or $6.99 a month to get this here top 10 list. The shakers that we do every Thursday, 6 p.m. and every Tuesday, 6 p.m. here. So make sure you smash, sub, like, and hit all that other good stuff. Let's get right to it, boys and girls, as I throw up me graphics. Laura is in the live chat. Thank you for holding it down. And if
up,
Laura's
Laura?
here, we might as well have her as a regular every Tuesday. If you guys want Laura as a regular, put a good thumbs up. If I get 50 thumbs up, then Laura will be on every Tuesday, even if she
I
doesn't
would
have
have done it
seen
at 25, but damn, man, you make her work for it.
No, she deserves it. All right, so let's get right to it, boys and girls. The D23 Expo was already anticipated to bring forward exciting revelations for the MCU. These books have garnered interest in the past, but then quietly lost interest. D23 reignited interest in these books with spectacular announcements. In fact, this week's top 10 is directly related to the wealth of teasers and announcements from D23 Expo. If you haven't kept up with the news, several spoilers will be ahead. Don't say we didn't warn you. That kind of ruins the whole opening, right? But you never know. There may be a book or two that sneaks in that wasn't part of the D23 announcement. What do we got for the runner-up?
Well, coming in at the runner-up, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 36, the direct edition, so Marvel 2001. So, of course, September 11th, just 2 days ago, is an emotional day for many Americans. Only a month after the initial tragedy, Marvel addressed it the best way they saw fit, with both heroes and villains coming together as Americans to do what they do in the aftermath. Their main objective is assist the heroes of the day, the first responders. Some took issue with the book as it addressed an extremely sensitive subject, but most saw it as a tribute worth collecting. With an anniversary, this book receives a corresponding jump in sales, a collector's revisit of somewhat a controversial book. We tracked 15 copies sold last week, had a 7-day uptrend of 168%, high sales, $220 for CGC 98. The current raw near mint fair market value about $61. Classic
Yeah, I don't
issue.
know what the controversy was. I mean, it's a truly touching story if you haven't read it, right? I mean, you got, they pay tribute to the first responders, Spider-Man and Captain America helping, clear
Dr.
the rubble.
Doom, like everybody.
Yeah, I guess people don't want their politics in comics or whatever, but this isn't real politics. This is a human story. I mean, it's took a disaster and said, let's shed light on the heroes, the real heroes. And in the comic, it even says so. It's Spider-Man and Cap helping like the firefighters and cops and just everyday people that really pitched in on that day. That people on our generation will always remember where they were when this happened, just like when the space shuttle crashed, right? Maybe I'm a little bit older,
I mean,
but I remember exactly.
And talk about the patriotism, Jesus! Like, you couldn't walk a mile without seeing a flag somewhere or someone talking about something. It was crazy times, kids.
Yep. So this is damn.
Our generation's Pearl Harbor for sure.
I wonder how many 9.8s are there, because it's an all black cover.
And a lot of it got signed, didn't it? Because wasn't there a lot of like?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people get this like remarked with like New York City and Spider-Man,
especially with like a silver
artists.
marker. It looks dope. Yeah,
from the artists. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so coming in at the runner-up is Amazing Spider-Man number 36. Coming in at number 11. All right, now to the top 10. What do you got for number 10, Ryan?
Okay, well, coming out strong. First up, the announcements at D23, the casting of the Thunderbolts. The long-anticipated cast and team announcement of Thunderbolts was finally revealed. The group's core members are Valentina Allegra, Dave Fontaine, Ghost, Red Guardian, U.S. Agent, Taskmaster, Winter Soldier, and Black Widow, the Yelena Belova version. Keep this list in mind as we continue going through the top 10. We did put it at 7.5 this week, the over-under. So this particular issue is the first appearance of Ghost. We tracked 17 copies sold at a trend, 109 sale bucks for a CGC 9.8, and raw near mint copies are selling for around $22 right now at the fair market value.
So one of the rare villains that's not one and done, right? I mean, I pretty much, I didn't want to say I told you so or predicted, but I pretty much said, look, the Thunderbolts team is going to be made up of characters we've already seen, and pretty much it is. There's nobody
funny
new.
that the memes that are going around that like 5 of them are the same character essentially.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. It's just a misfit hodgepodge of characters, which basically the Thunderbolts are. I mean, they were villains that turned into heroes. So, and then, for, their own selfish needs. But then as the series run on, they're like, you know what? I kind of like this hero business. I think I want to remain a hero. But there was weird villains like heroes like Songbird and some other ones. We're talking C-list characters, but remember, this is, I guess you can call this double spec because Ghost was first a spec when Ant-Man and the Wasp came out, right? Remember? So right back on the list. So number 10 on the list is Iron Man, number 219 from 1987. What do we got for number 9?
Let's head back to some Thunderbolts casting. So Captain America number 354. This issue is back on the collector's radar. Previously seeing a spike thanks to Disney Plus series Falcon and Winter Soldier. The latest announcements of the Thunderbolts have captured interest in this book once again. The first appearance of U.S. Agent John Walker is hot again. We tracked 10 copies sold last week, 7-day uptrend of 206%, and had a high sale of $145 for a CGC 9.6 with current fair market value at near mint copies around $40.
Yo, number 2 on the list, baby. Coming at you. Now it's... I'm worried.
Shout out
that
to
people
Alec
got
Bosick for the $2 super chat. Of a big fan of the Comic-Con podcast. There you go.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, thank
Look
you,
at
Alex.
there.
So,
Wow.
yeah, this one's a no-brainer because unless the Contessa Della Fontaine, I'm murdering that name, but pretty much at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, she says, hey, I'm putting together something. But we didn't really know what her motivations were. Was she a good guy? Was she a bad guy? So we shall see, man. So that's 2 books for the over-under, which is 7.5. We got another book?
Truth. Red, White, and Black, number 1. And while Kevin Feige confirmed Captain America New World Order back at San Diego, excuse me, we finally got a cast announcement. And there were several surprises in the casting announcement, one of which was the return of Isaiah Bradley. Once again, this is an issue that picked up interest due to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. However, the book cooled down after the series concluded. Since the announcement, we have seen Isaiah Bradley's first appearance sell 21 copies, had a 7-day trend of 103%, and a high sale of $250 for a CGC 9.8. $33 for near mint copies are going raw right now. Fair market value.
So it's been so long since I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. Is Isaiah Bradley the old guy or his grandson?
Yeah, it's probably as long as you have that I've seen it. My memory is worse than
But
yours.
I would assume it's his grandson that's going to take the mantle because he was the first soldier after Captain America. He was injected with the super soldier serum. So if it's in his blood, theoretically it can be passed down genetically through his grandson, right? Why not? That's what I think, because what was weird about the character in Falcon and Winter Soldier is they purposely aged him for no reason, right? Yeah. So it's the old guy. So my assumption is it's going to be his grandson is going to take over the mantle of whatever character he chooses to be, that version of Captain America. Eli is the grandson. Thank you very much. But we also have the Falcon guy. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. I shouldn't say anything. But anyway, number 8 on the list is Truth, Red, White, and Black, number 1. I remember when this book was hot when Falcon and Winter Soldier came out. It's like deja vu all over again, and as one baseball player once said. All right, what do we got for number 7?
How about the Incredible Hulk, number 449 from Marvel Comics from 1997? So again, another Thunderbolts book made it to the top 10 list once again. This is truly an interesting book to see in the top 10. Yes, this is the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. However, the team is entirely different from the recent announced MCU movie. Nevertheless, this book is moving quickly. We tracked 18 copies sold last week as a 7-day uptrend of 124% with a high sale of $600 for a CGC 9.8. Fair market value in raw near mint copies is $131.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I always said, like, it doesn't matter in the collecting world. There's a show called Thunderbolts, even though none of these characters are probably going to be in the show, but nevertheless,
it's the name.
People
the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, people still get the name. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, unless my guess is that Marvel Comics will make a new Thunderbolt series with those characters that are on
They'll
the show.
probably do a movie.
Yeah. movie or show, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a comic book with all those heroes in it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's
the comic.
just,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, with the characters that are in the
Sure.
Do I have I
I
deleted
think
it,
the
but
only character that's ever been on the Thunderbolts is Bucky, the Winter Soldier. Like in
yeah,
the not the current, because they just dropped a new Thunderbolts this month, but I think the previous version had he definitely was on there, but I don't think any other character has been on the Thunderbolts team other than Winter Soldier.
yeah. And I showed a video, but my D23 video got taken down. So I not only got a copyright strike, it just got straight up removed. So for those who saw me go live on during D23, yeah, that video is gone. And it was specifically because of the Secret Invasion trailer. Because I remember I got the email from YouTube
Samuel L.
saying,
Jackson?
yeah, I guess they wanted to keep it a secret. But I was like, all these other websites are showing the trailer. Why can't I? But anyway, maybe I'll try to repost it again. But I don't want to mess with the algorithm. So number 7 on the list is Incredible Hulk number 449, the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. I've been talking about this book for a while now. I've been telling you guys, don't sleep on Elsa's father.
Yeah, here it is. Marvel presents number 1, and Marvel has finally released more information on the largely anticipated Werewolf by Night Halloween special. Moments after the casting reveal, a teaser was shown for the series. The teaser gave away tons of information and even teased a fan favorite character. And additionally, Disney Plus has now added a page for the special event. The synopsis confirms the location will be at the Bloodstone Temple after the death of its owner, likely Ulysses Bloodstone, who debuts in this issue of Marvel Presents. We tracked 22 copies sold. It had a 7-day trend of 120% and at a high sale of $875 for a CGC 9.8. You can get a raw copy for $70.
Yep, I got this book on the cheap a while ago when everybody was specking. When we had Elsa, I think we had Elsa Bloodstone on a long-term spec list like 2 years ago, and I was thinking, you know what, a good way to be introduce her is to bring in her pops, Ulysses Bloodstone. And plus, we're talking about how the Marvel or any anthology series really is a great way to collect. You know what I'm saying? Because there's tons of first appearances. Marvel Presents, Marvel Preview, Marvel Fanfare, all these different anthology on the, DC Comics Presents, some great storytelling. I mean, I think this one he only ran one issue, I think, on Bloodstone. I'm trying to think if Marvel Presents number 2 had Bloodstone in it, but that trailer for Werewolf by Night was really good.
Yeah,
really
very, very good.
It
If
had
you're an old school
very
horror fan, like that old school,
specifically Universal monsters.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
like the Mummy, Dracula, and in black. I hope it's in black and white. They just didn't do that for the trailer. And for eagle-eyed viewers, they spotted this next character on our list.
Yes, they did. The Man-Thing himself from Marvel Comics. 1974, Man-Thing 1, the Werewolf by Night trailer teaser is officially debuted. With the trailer, we get a glimpse of the giant-sized Man-Thing. If you blink and you'll miss it moment at the 105 mark in the trailer. However, the first appearance of this beloved character is actually in Savage Tales number 1. This is, of course, a much more attainable, collectible, and Man-Thing's first solo series. It's also his second appearance, of course, of Howard. It's also the second appearance of Howard the Duck. We tracked 20 copies sold last week, 7-day uptrend of 141%, high sale of $1,200 for a CGC 9.6, with fair market value in raw near mint copies are $247. Damn.
I just realized I got a lot of books on this list. So I got 4 out of 7, I think. Yeah, because this Man-Thing series up to like issue 13 has a lot of first appearances in this, and I would peep it out if I were you. I forgot who the other character was, but there was a time when I was probably the last 2 years I've been just buying nothing but Marvel horror books because I knew it was coming, and I hope this is an annual thing where they do a Halloween special every year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that would be dope.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it harkens back to my childhood of creature features at midnight. All right. So number 5 on the list is Man-Thing, number 1 from
that
1960.
crazy dude? Who was the crazy he was like the host of those.
Oh
like,
man, it
horror
was
movies.
regional. So I mean, it was always. Remember Elvira used to do one too. What hers were like
Oh, yeah.
B movies. Elvira, Mistress of Dark, she used to introduce these really bad B movies. But I think at one point, I think maybe Vincent Price or one of them did an intro
I'm
for
thinking
it.
of like
But
this guy in a cape. He like it was like a weird looking dude, not weird dude, but he like, had like this weird hair kind of. And he,
sounds like Vincent Price or Peter
nah, it
Cushing,
wasn't
one of the
Vincent
two.
Price. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
I don't know, man.
It's
When I
fun
was a
stuff.
kid,
Fun
though,
stuff.
those vampire movies used to scare the fuck out of me because they would. Why the fuck are you traveling at nighttime? They're like, oh shit, the sun's going down. You know, vampires want to come on at nighttime, yet you're traveling in your carriage and the sun is going down. Those just freak me out. But anyway, number 5 on the list is My Man Thing, number 1 from 1974, 9.6 for 1,200. Yo, this never used to be this high. I can attest to that because I've been looking for it. I have one. I have a raw dog, so I might as well send that bad boy in and see what I can do with it. You know what I mean? So what do we got for number 4? Hey, look at that.
Yeah, this is one Justin should have probably done. Star Wars
D23 related as well.
number 1. Yes, it is. It's just I think maybe 7.5 was a little too low, but here we go. Star Wars Kanan number 1, and the only anyway, this book is on our top 10 list. Is the first appearance of Ezra Bridger, and while Milena Masad was fan casted to play the titular role, Star Wars character, the role actually went to Iman Esfandi. He will bring Ezra to life in the Disney Plus series Ahsoka, led by Rosario Dawson. Early synopsis of the series has said to follow Ahsoka as she traverses the galaxy in search of Grand Admiral Thrawn. We tracked 29 copies sold. It has a 7-day trend of 141% and a high sale of $400 for a CGC 9.8. You can get a fair market value near mint raw copy right now for around $50.
Yep. So during D23, during their Star Wars thing, they did not actually show any footage of it. They just showed a still, and it was basically a picture of Ashoka looking at the painting that Sabine Wren, was it?
Sabine was looking at the painting.
Yeah, she was
from
looking
Rebels,
at the picture of it,
and there was another one just out of Ahsoka.
Yeah. That way, when that series drops and all those characters drop, these books are gonna go crazy. $400 for 9.8 seems rather cheap to me. You know what I mean? The way the Star Wars books are going nowadays, so look out for it. Star Wars. I have the regular cover, and I have an action figure cover, which is like I don't know, it's weird. It's not like an action figure. It's Kanan, but the clone, the animated version of him from the show.
Oh, the Rebels one. Yeah, the Rebels animation.
Yeah.
It's called.
The Rebels from, and I also have a blank too. So I was like, what should I do with this blank? I'm at remember the days of blanks? Man, you rarely ever see blanks anymore. I was just thinking that. I was like, man, there used to be blanks all the time, but maybe now that the pandemic is done and there's more shows that the Marvel and DC will start doing more blanks again for artists to do sketches on. So number 4 on the list is Star Wars Kanan, number 1 from 2015. I love this art too. It's dope art. All right, what do we got for numero trace?
Oh, I'm just getting all the Thunderbolts books tonight. Avengers 43 at number 3. This is the last top 10 related to the Thunderbolts. The first appearance of Red Guardian is the oldest Thunderbolts related book on this list, although it may be for a higher price point. This has not stopped this book from having the highest 7-day sales trend when compared to the other Thunderbolts books on the list. We tracked 17 copies sold last week, a 7-day uptrend of 250%, and a high sale of $1,549 for CGC 9.4. Current fair market value on near mint raw copies will set you back about $120.
Good to see Red Guardian not one and done, man. So everybody thought he was one and done. Maybe he'll shed his dad bod for a god bod. You know what I'm saying? Remember he was fitting. I for Black Widow, people who hate on it, I didn't hate the movie. I was entertained. You know what I'm saying? He was hilarious in it as Red Guardian. There were some cool action sequences, but people like shit on it. It's like, can't we just have a movie where it's not like, not everything doesn't have to be connected. We can have a little filler things here and there, just like comic books, right? They're not, sometimes they throw in a filler issue and it's not related to the overall story arc of everything. So I guess the notes kind of spilled the beans on that. That's the last of the D23 books. So.
Well, 8? Thunderbolts related.
Oh, Thunderbolts related. So what are we at right now? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's on the over, which is 7.5. What do we got for number 2?
Well, coming out of 1980, Incredible Hulk, number 250. Perhaps one of the most exciting cast reveals for America. New of an and little known character, Sabra. How does an obscure character reach the top 10 list? Well, there seems to be a little bit of controversy associated with the character and her comic origins. A quick Google search will give you more information on this matter. However, one thing is certain: controversy drives interest and value in the associated comic. Her cameo appearance has spiked to prove this point. We tracked 23 copies sold. It had a 7-day trend of 277% and a high sale of a very specific $452.30 for a CGC 9.8. And if you're looking for a near mint copy, you can get a fair market value at around $40.
Yeah, so this is the cameo, if you want to go by what they say. This is a cameo appearance of her, and it was a blink and you'll forget it moment at D23 because they named the actress and Kevin Feige goes, oh, by the way, so-and-so is going to be here. She's going to be playing Sabra. And then he introduced the rest of the cast for, I think it was the Captain America, New World Order. I think that's what it is for, right? But it was funny because if you watch the presentation, Kevin Feige announces the cast and he goes, oh, by the way, Sabra, so-and-so couldn't make it here, but she's going to be playing Sabra. And then he just went on. You know, and it was like, oh, well, that was a quick throwaway, but man, speculators are eagle-eyed and they go and they hop on it as soon as they can. So number 2 is Incredible Hulk number 250. What could be number 1? Perhaps her first full?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. Incredible Hulk number 256 from Marvel Comics in 1980. Enough said. Previous entry has all the information you need to know about Sabra's first full appearance. Takes the number 1 spot this week. We tracked 46 copies sold. 7-day uptrend of 325% with a high sale of $900 for a CGC 9.8. Who had this listed 9.8? Wow. Fair market value currently in the near mint raw copies will run you about $56, but I'm sure you can probably find this in, say, back issues still. And the 250.
You know, I've been collecting comic books for a long time, and you always see a book you've never seen before. Bravo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to my LCS Comics, Tunes, and Toys and my buddy, The Big To Do. As soon as I heard Sabra announce at D23, I hit up my LCS and I called them. I said, hey, do you guys have Incredible Hulk 256? And Big To Do sent me a message. He goes, yeah, I priced it at $4.50, and you know it's out in stock, so you can have it for that same price. So that's how you know you have a.
And
good
it was a
LCS.
CGC 9.8. What a guy.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't want to say about that, but yeah. So no, he had it at stock sitting in their back issue bins, and he says you can have it for the same price that it's. He didn't go out and reprice them.
I mean, he didn't go on eBay and actually like look at what it's selling for, and then go, hey,
exactly,
I got to sell it for a couple $100, even though I have it priced at $4.
Wow. Well, hopefully other people had the same experience when they found out this news dropped, and they, the best bet is just stream like D23 or whatever on your phone while you're at your comic shop, so that you can get
for a show.
Like, okay, I need to get this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying?
What would be the over/under on 50% of the comic book shop owners selling it at a fair price that they marked it out before the news? What over/under 50%? I say under.
I would say
I'm just a cynical bastard. That's all.
Probably near mint. This was probably going for $5-10 at most. Nobody really cared. So I believe if you Google the character, it actually says she's a mutant. So I don't know.
Is that her on the cover?
Yeah, that's her on the cover. So this is first full appearance and first cover.
Is that a Star of David on her forehead?
Yeah, she's Israeli.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's like an Israeli super soldier. So how they, there was a time when everybody had like Captain Britain, and there was, Sabra was like, she's the Israeli Secret Service, like a super mutant or something along those lines. So, you got Sunfire from Japan. So yeah. So this is the first Jewish superhero. I mean, I guess you could argue, Israeli superhero. I mean, Moon Knight is supposedly Jewish and, half Jewish because his father was a rabbi or whatever. But yeah, so if you look it up, Sabra is actually a mutant. So I don't know if they do that in the, but it would make sense because I do believe she's in Captain America, the New World Order. So, kind of makes sense. That is that, maybe she's had taken the super soldier serum before, because a lot of countries tried to replicate the super soldier serum. Some worked, some didn't. Red Guardian, is another perfect example of somebody who took the super soldier serum. It's just funny about Black Widow, where he's like constantly asking, like, Black Widow, does Captain America ask about me? And she goes, why? He goes, well, because, he's a super soldier. It's kind of funny like that. But what Tebow is not telling you is hard to do 10 McRibs as barter. I wish. The McRib is not in season right now. So they got to get those McRibs and machines back and put those grill marks on that, whatever mystery meat it is, then it's fucking delicious. That's all I got to say.
Coagulated.
I don't care.
Whatever.
Ignorance is bliss. Just like that dude who ate the steak in the Matrix, man. He knows it's not real, but it's delicious. So, any last words, Dark Side Jedi, as we wrap things up?
Hey, I always love seeing you guys in the chat. I appreciate it. Gives us something to do on a Tuesday, and we will see you on Thursday.
Justin, any last words?
Check out the latest episode of the Comic-Con podcast. Myself and Manimal last week on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Anchor FM, and that's about it. Appreciate everybody stopping in here.
We will see you guys Thursday for the Shakers of the Week. I had some people asking, when are we going to bring back Letters of the Long Box Sundays? I'm not going up against the NFL. You would be crazy to do a show on Sunday against the NFL. Yeah. So I'm going to talk. Mikey was asking about it, that weekends are bad for him. So if you guys want it, in the comment section below, Friday is a day we've been dangling around, but I just realized there's like 5 live shows that go on at the same time on Friday nights. It's kind of saturated the market.
We'll do it on February 30th.
Just record it.
Cool. Well, I mean, the whole thing is Letters of the Long Boxes. People like to ask questions in the live chat.
Really? So, I've never seen what? Really? There's a new show?
Maybe we'll go at 5 o'clock on Fridays. We never know. I don't know. Leave a comment after the video post. Tell me if you guys want to do it, or I will erect a poll and see.
2 a.m. on Mondays.
You're right. I'm probably still awake at that time too. All right. So we'll see you guys Thursday for the Comic Book Shakers. Stick around and you'll be redirected to Nearing Nirvana, and they talk about man things. Peace out, everybody. Keep digging in the long boxes.
Shake and bake and pull it back. Oh my God.
The world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Go on and get some, boy.
Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
What's in the box?